So I've titled the next little segment of this course called My Heart is on the Platter. So that's just a foretaste of what's to come. Sexuality is like a deeply sensitive topic. It's really personal. Part of that, for those of us who grew up in the church, is that sexuality is very much tied with our sense of right and wrong, with our sense of moral and immoral, and many of us really want to be good people. We want to be good Christians. But sexuality is also tied up with all of our personal experiences and histories with sex. And so some of those encounters or experiences may be life-giving, some of them may have been harmful, some of them may have been somewhere in between. Sexuality is tied up with our wounds, with our pride, with our hopes, with our losses, and with our sense of shame. So there's a lot going on here. I think it can be helpful from time to time in this class to do what I like to call a gut check. When you're feeling a strong reaction, when something angers you or upsets you or makes you sad, check your gut, do a little gut check and say, what's really going on in me? Where is this hitting me personally? Where is this intersecting with my story, with my own woundedness or experience? So, how many of you watched the halftime show at the Super Bowl? Probably a number of you. Of course, there was so much going on in that halftime show. A lot of things we're not going to talk about here, though we certainly could. There were these powerful Latino women. There were brown bodies on a stage, political messages about immigration, children, bondage. And of course, the thing that is on the minds of a lot of American Christians, though maybe not as many Christians from other places, but certainly on the minds of many American Christians, is the overt sexuality of it all. And that was really striking. And if I'm going to be honest, I was a little bit uncomfortable while watching the halftime show. But so I'm watching the show with my friends, and of course, as soon as it's over, they all turn to me and they're like, what does the pastor think? And I just had a lot going on inside of me. A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts, a lot of questions. And I think finally I was able to articulate to my friends, I'm really struggling with the balance between celebrating female sexuality and objectifying it. And I'm kind of trying to figure out where that line is for me. And I think that is a really valid question, and that was a great intellectual answer. But to be completely honest, what was really going on in me, what was causing a little bit of discomfort, was honestly a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of insecurity, feeling like I'm jealous that my body is not like their bodies. And I'm a little insecure that I can't move my hips like they can move their hips. It was almost as if I felt like my worth or value as a woman or a girlfriend or a partner was somehow threatened by these two women. So it's a hard thing for me to be really vulnerable and honest about what was really causing my discomfort. And even harder for me to then do the work of bringing that for God to look for healing. Because honestly, no woman on any TV should make me question my worth or my value as a woman or as a child of God. That's hard work. It's a really personal invitation to do some hard inner work. It would be a lot easier for me to just say, to heck with that halftime show, it was totally bad and immoral, and not do my work. A class on sexuality is going to bring up personal stuff for all of us. It's going to bring up our wounds and our senses of insecurity and hurt and pain. But there's always an invitation there for you to bring it before God and find healing. So I hope that this will be a place where we're encouraged to do our own work first, so that then when we come to a discussion about a hard topic relating to the Bible and sexuality, we're really able to hear what our neighbor is saying and try to understand them as they are.